Alright, people. So I had to run out and do something this morning, and found a few of these in the back on the floor of the back seat. So I got home, put them in the fridge, decided to do this video. It's kind of warm, but not room temperature. Anyways, I woke up this morning, it was pouring rain. So I decided that I wanted to do a rain video. By the time I got ready, of course, first thing I do every morning, gotta feed the cats. They're already yelling at me as soon as I get out of bed. And I did a couple other things. By the time I got ready to do the video, it was just sprinkling. So it will have really no longer been a rain video. Now it's not raining at all. They said it's going to be off and on rain all day, but looking at the sky, I don't think so. So I'm pretty sure I mentioned in my last video they got a new job. Thus, I quit what I was currently doing. So I got the whole week to do nothing but make videos. One thing I gotta do, my post office box got closed because I forgot to pay the rent on it. However, my income tax check is being sent to my post office box. So I gotta reopen my box before it gets there, or leave the box closed and put in the change of address. Change of address, it actually takes time to process it and then to change of address. I don't need the post office box really, but I'll pay the $40 whatever dollars to keep it open to make sure I get my income tax. That's just a tiny percentage of what my return is, so no big deal. So I dug out some things, cheat sheets, whatever, that every time I went to my therapist, I went 2 different times for like 4 or 5 times each. But every time I went to my therapist, most of the time she'll write these little sayings for me to take home. And this one, I don't know if you can read that. I am not my body, I am not even my mind. I have no clue what that means. Rugby. It had meaning back then, but I am not my body. I am not even my mind. What the fuck does that mean? I should have done this before this video, but I'm going to go online and look this up and see if it's something she made up or if it's a thing. Now this one is pretty relevant, if you can read that. I am powerless over things and others. I have power over the way I respond to things and others. And that's a good one. This was from the first group of sessions that I had with her. And at that time, I was about to lose my job. The office was closing. And I had a few other issues too. But what that means is, in the instance of I'm losing my job, that was a piece of my depression at that time. So I can't change the fact that I'm losing my job, but I can do, or I can choose how I respond to it. How I responded was I immediately started looking for other jobs. But that's a good one. I am powerless over things and others. I have power over how I respond to things and others. Now this one, if you can read that. Create a plan of action. 1, 2, 3. Now that one, I remember, was directed towards my procrastination. People, even after that, I'm still a bad procrastinator. I really didn't follow up on that one, which puts me in situations like I am now. But create a plan of action. What that means is you got a job to do. You got something to do. In my case, it seems pretty daunting. So I'm like, I'll think on it later. I'll think on it later. Then later never comes. But create a plan of action. 1, 2, 3. If that seems daunting, the whole job, divide it into individual tasks. These individual tasks aren't so daunting. So you can do that, you can do that, you can do that. And all of a sudden, the whole thing's done. And that's a really good one. Except I don't follow up on it. Dang. Excuse me. So anyways, being in a good frame of mind somewhat, because of the new job, I dug these up to try to handle my other issues. And I keep repeating this. At the moment, I don't really have anyone to sit down with and go over my issues. See, and I'll conclude on this one. as some of my loyal viewers may know, got a friend who's been sleeping on my couch for a while. I'd like to get rid of him, but he's at least someone to talk with, sort of. Only problem is, he's one of the people that when you bring something up, he reverses and relates it to himself, and he becomes the victim. So I lose, you know. So I gotta try to correct my own mind. And thus again, I dug up some of these to relate back to what the therapist told me. Anyways,